And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, milk cows, work all day in the fields, milk cows again, eat supper, then go to town and stay past midnight at a meeting of the school board. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to sit up all night with a newborn colt and watch it die, then dry his eyes and say, maybe next year. I need somebody who can shape an axe handle from a persimmon sprout, shoe a horse with a hunk of car tire, who can make harness out of hay, wire, feed sacks, and shoe scraps, who planting time and harvest season will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, and then painin' from tractor back put in another 72 hours. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody strong enough to clear trees and heave bales, yet gentle enough to yean lambs and wean pigs and tend the pink-combed pullets, who will stop his mower for an hour to splint the broken leg of a meadowlark. So God made a farmer. It had to be somebody who'd plow deep and straight and not cut corners, somebody to seed, weed, feed, breed, and rake and disc and plow and plant and tie the fleece and strain the milk, somebody who'd bale a family together with the soft, strong bonds of sharing, who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with smiling eyes when his son says that he wants to spend his life doing what Dad does. So God made a farmer.
Talk about an uphill battle, 2,000 acres of beans and cattle. But he don't ever get rattled, he just goes till the sun goes down. Hydraulic fluid on his jeans, red dye diesel and 10 rows between, a cold one on the porch and a good night's sleep. Y'all hold 'em up with me now. Here's to the farmer that plants the fields in the spring, that turn from green to that harvest honey. Hold one up for the banker downtown that got him on his feet with handshake of money. Here's to the farmer's wife that loves him every night, raising a son, raising a daughter. They gather around the table, send it up to the father. Somehow they get closer when times get harder. Here's to the farmer. Subdivisions creeping on in, neighborhood kids keep jumping his fence. He could double his money, but that'd be the end of a promise he'll never break. 'Cause he looked his daddy in the eye, and he's got that stubborn pride. He'll be here till the day he dies. No, he wouldn't have it any other way. Here's to the farmer that plants the fields in the spring, that turn from green to that harvest honey. Hold one up for the banker downtown that got him on his feet with handshake money. Here's to the farmer's wife that loves him every night, raising a son, raising a daughter. They gather around the table, send it up to the father. Somehow they get closer when times get harder. Here's to the farmer.
All starts with a family, land and a little seed. Say a prayer that the roots grow deep, 'cause it's all grown naturally. Our home is here in the heartland, where we work and earn these calloused hands. Generations of dedication and honor. The American farmer. There's new ways of harvesting, same crops, bigger machines. Working hard is an everyday thing. That's the way it'll always be. Our home is here in the heartland, where we work and earn these calloused hands. Generations of dedication and honor. The American farmer. Our home is here in the heartland, where we work and earn these calloused hands. Generations of dedication and honor. The American farmer. The American farmer. Six lanes, tail lights, red ants marching into the night. They disappear to the left and right again. Another supper from a sack, a 99-cent heart attack. I got a pounding head and an aching back, and the camel's buried in a big straw stack. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watching my corn pop up in rows. Every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids where the good Lord's blessed. Point our rocking chairs towards the west. And plant our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. Well, I'm from a map dot, a stop sign on a black top. I caught the first bus I could hop from there. But all of this glitter is getting dark. There's concrete growing in the city park. I don't know who my neighbors are, and there's bars on the corners and bars on my heart. But I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows. Every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids where the good Lord's blessed. Point our rocking chairs towards the west. Plant our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows. Every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids where the good Lord's blessed. Point our rocking chairs towards the west. And plant our dreams where the peaceful river flows. Whoa, where the green grass grows.
He's a cold beer drinker, a buck and deer hunter, the best friend a dog ever had. A post-hole digger, a mint skull dipper, a John Deere cap sporting man. With a house on a hill and a pond in the field, surrounded by a mess of corn rows. Makes a living from his labor, a credit to the maker. He's somebody everybody knows. Last of a dying breed who tend the fields and mend the fences. Heaven knows I hate to think that generation might be ending, but if he goes, he will go down in history as the last of the overall wearers. Farmer tent terrors down at the VFW Hall. Cape Pan liquors, ripe tomato pickers, hay balers loading trailers in the fall. Fruit stand sellers, town square dwellers who gather at the Dairy Queen at dawn. Everybody knows them, everybody loves them. God, I'm gonna miss them if they're gone. Last of a dying breed who tend the fields and mend the fences. Heaven knows I hate to think that generation might be ending, but if he goes, he will go down in history as the last of a dying breed.
I guess my fondest memory growing up would be playing Little League Baseball.
The thing that I remember most about my dad is he was a friend.
I have a lot of sentimental attachment to this area.
He's a hard-working family man.
Last of a dying breed.
Last of a dying breed who tend the fields and mend the fences. Heaven knows I hate to think that generation might be ending, but if he goes, he will go down in history as the last of the dying breed, of a dying breed, of a dying breed.
My grandpa taught me how to live off the land, and his taught him to be a businessman. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine. But he was killed by a man with a switchblade knife. For $43, my friend lost his life. I'd love to spit some beach nut in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45, 'cause a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. 'Cause you can't stop us out and you can't make us run, 'cause we're them old boys raised on shotgun. We say grace, we say ma'am, and you ain't into that, but don't give a damn. We're from North California and South Alabama and little towns all around this land. We can skin a buck and run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Country boy can survive. Country folks can
Whenever I think of the phrase for the love of the land, it obviously means lots of different things to different people, depending on what you do for a living. But being in the farming industry, you know, there can be a lot of love in this land if it's well taken care of, and and well groomed, but there's some things you just can't control. And that's when you just got to have your faith and trust in our one true Lord. And there's a Bible verse that comes to mind whenever you think about all that. And one thing you got to remember, if your faith is in Him, that He won't give you more than you can handle. And that Bible verse comes out of Ecclesiastes. It's 11:2, I believe. It says, "Whoever watches the wind will not sow. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." And I just think that, that means that nothing's ever going to be perfect out here, that there is love in this land if you take care of it, but you just have to go with the flow and go with whatever the Lord's telling you to do. And that's just what I think about it. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Mark DeLeon. I farm and ranch in the Eric area. I'm currently standing in one of my irrigated peanut fields. One of the things that I've learned is the importance of cover crops. Learning this from the past days when the Dust Bowl happened, where dirt would blow and erode these fields. I currently sit on the North Fork Red River Conservation District Board, and one of the things I've learned by sitting on that board is to be a good steward of the land, and hope one day to pass that on to my children, that they one day would hopefully take this over and come back and farm. One thing I know about farming is it is a tough life, but it is a good life.